What's going on out there, good people? Welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for myself, I am doing great on my second day of being retired. Felt good this morning. Got off my got off my part-time job this morning about 2 o'clock. Got home, sat down at the computer just to see what the market was doing. Ended up taking a couple of trades and laid it down. And usually my alarm clock is set at 6:30. A lot of times I'm already up before the alarm clock goes off. And guess what time I got up this morning? I woke up, it was about 7:35. I actually slept in. And it felt good, y'all. But what did I do once I got up at 7:35? I jumped right up, came, sat down at the computer, took a trade, and let's look at them. Let's look at them. Let's see what happens when you jump right up, sit at your desk, take a trade. We're reviewing trades for August 15th. I have just the Apex account logged in right now. I did trade my cash account today. I was up green, ended up giving back quite a bit. And then I got back green, but with commissions, I finished red. So I had a red day overall. If you looked at the numbers, it's going to show that I was green. But once you look at commissions, it's going to show red. But we're just going to focus on Apex today. So traded both accounts. If you look right here, you see the 12. That is the one that's over $1,500. So I have qualified monetarily. I just don't have the 7 days in. So I'm just taking one trade a day, y'all. Traded MNQ. I made $1.50 on that trade. Stopped me out. I was up $5. So had this been an NQ trade, I would have been up $50 and I would have made $15. But just needed to get that trade out the way. I think we're at day number 6 now. So tomorrow should be day number 7. And then I will be, that account will be getting switched over to a PA account. So this will be my second account with Apex that I have switched over to PA. These numbers here, 12, 14, that tells you how many accounts I've had. Full transparency. But a lot of them, man, I was paying like $12, $14 and just doing stupidness with them. When I actually set my mind to it and I focus and I trade the way that I need to focus, we can get these accounts funded. But when I do stupid stuff, like trying to make $1,500 in a day, a lot of times I'm gonna blow it up because I can be up $500 and I wasn't trying to lock profits in, or I can go down $500, $600 and kaboom. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna close that one. So we're just gonna focus on 14. This is the second account that we're trying to get funded today, or get funded overall with Apex. First two trades, 2 o'clock in the morning, 209, 212. This first one, MNQ, was up max $8.50. I got out making $8. Again, NQ, that would have been up $80. Went right back to it. I switched it over to NQ. What happens is whenever I turn on NinjaTrader, it has an MNQ contract loaded. I need to go in and save my layout so that it has NQ loaded. But second trade, max unrealized 70, and I made 70. So now I'm up 78. I go lay down, wake back up about 7:35, 7:40. Come in, look at the computer, take a trade, and I get smacked. Max unrealized on that one was $10. Take a full stop of 125, just utterly smacked. Gave back everything I had made at 2 o'clock. No harm, no foul. Let's focus. Let's look for some good patterns. Next trade, maxed unrealized 115. Get out of that one making 110. So now we're green on the day 63. Next trade up 65. I make 60. And then I switch over to MNQ. Not sure why I did that, but max unrealized was $6.50 on that one. I got out making $2.50. Next trade, MNQ again. This one here I take a red trade on, was up a max of 50 cents, end up losing $12.50. And then switch back over to NQ. I must, up in here, must not been some like patterns that I like and I didn't want to put full risk on. Or it could have been that the stop size was going to be too much. A lot of times if the stop is like 20 points, that's a $400 risk trading NQ. So a lot of times I don't want to put that much risk on. I'll switch over to MNQ. That could have been what that was. But we switch back over to NQ. Maxed unrealized 235. We get out of that one making 205. That puts us up 318. And then we close the morning out taking another MNQ. So that last one, MNQ, up max unrealized $7. We get out making $2. Again, if that was an NQ, we would have been up 70 bucks, making 20, and finished the morning out making $320 in that account. So solid performance. Again, that's on 9 trades. 2 of them were red, and we finished strong. Let's go ahead and pull up the charts real quick. Take a look, see what the NQ did, and see how we traded. Right here, you see I got my trusty 2-minute chart, and then I got the Kaji chart pulled up over here. It's coming back to me now. It's coming back to me. I know why that trade right there was a big red trade. I do. And I thought that I had, I turned OBS on this morning, and probably because I was still halfway asleep, I didn't hit the start recording button. So I didn't get it recorded, but look forward to seeing me start back recording, possibly doing some YouTube live in the morning like that. If I sit down around 7 o'clock, I may go live and kind of record that 7:30 to 8:30, 9 o'clock session. So be on the lookout for that. But let me come on over here and blow up what we were looking at 2 a.m. when I sat down. Let me try to get it set up so it's halfway decent. Okay, there we go. So first trade this morning was the MNQ. Not gonna look at that because if I pull up MNQ, it's not as pretty. It doesn't have my artwork. It doesn't show all of my my lines. So we're just going to focus on the NQ trades. And let me get back over here. It's the 7 o'clock session. There's the 2 o'clock session. And if you notice that I just moved the line, so I'm gonna delete that one. I'm not gonna even focus on trying to put it back where it was at. So let's do that. And there we go. So we'll go back out about an hour. We see NQ came down, pushed back up. Look at this 2 a.m. candle. That's when a market opens. You get that big spike. This is why I don't like trading 9:30. These are the type of candles you get. Get that candle out the way and let this thing smooth back out to how I like to trade. So we got the fast below the slow. That's good. We are above VWAP. So I want to see this break below VWAP because we should be in a downtrend. We get that. I take entry when it breaks the low of this candle right here. And because this was a little whippish, I give this extra room. I don't just put my stop right here. I put my stop just on the other side of this level right here. And as you can see, that saved me. Had I had my stop right here or right here, I would have gotten stopped out. But, and it's actually kind of funny because if y'all have been following me for any amount of time, y'all know that I'm like a disciple of live traders. That's like my foundation for trading. That's what I built my technical analysis skills on, my chart reading skills on. And their lecture from last week was called being a, what the heck was it called? A dirty scalper? I think that's what it was called. How to be a dirty little scalper. That's what it was. How to be a dirty little scalper. One thing that he talked about is he's always a 2-to-1 trader. He wants 2-to-1. Lately, he's been 1-to-2. He's been putting more risk than his reward is. Another thing that he talked about in the lecture was giving trades more room. Giving trades more room to let them work. And that is what I did right there. I gave this a little bit more room than the usual put the stop right here or put the stop right there or put it right there. I came and put it above this price action level and it saved me because it came all the way up to that level and then it finally made the move that I wanted. So if you notice, my risk was a lot more than my reward. But if you hadn't checked out that lecture from Live Traders, go check it out. It was pretty good. Definitely pretty good. But we do see that this did break this level and kept pushing down. I didn't want to sit through that. I wanted to go ahead, lock those gains in, and I made 70 bucks on that trade. After that trade, I went on and went to sleep. Market did this right here while I was asleep. Got out of my trade there. This thing just flushed on down. Kept flushing, kept flushing. 4 a.m. This is when another session comes in. This is when like pre-market opens up. So new money comes in. We get this nice move up. Comes back up to that hourly level. It rejects it. Notice my price action lines. It's just stepping down through them. Just stepping down through them. Another hourly price level. Breaks that one. Catches this intraday level. Let's keep going. I get up about right there, right here. 7:30. This is, and it may be 7 o'clock when another session comes online, but for retailers. But I miss all of this. But when I wake up, I see this flag forming. See this flag forming. And look at what this candle does right here. This candle breaks this price action level. It comes down. Another candle forms. It breaks this price action level. And then we start getting higher lows. So this is like a bear flag. We're getting these higher lows. I kind of anticipated this one, kind of jumped in a little early. Which was probably not a good thing. And looking at this, hold on. Let's bring this over. Just thought about it. I remember this trade now. This is that one that we just saw that was the big 125 trade. Yes. This is something that I knew not to do, y'all. Let's check out the Kaji line. It's red. This red line corresponds with this big red candle. Then it transitions over and you get another big red candle. Transitions with that one. And then you come here and it switches to this green line right here. I go long off of that. Bad mistake. Because looking at the chart, if I'm just solely reading this chart, this is going down. This is going down. I take the long right here because I see this long, or I see this green line. Again, mistake, and I pay for it. Pay for it. No harm, no foul. I jump right back in short because I know, you big dummy, this was a perfect picture of that bear flag. I get in and I trade this just down to this intraday price line. That's why you see me getting out of the trade right there. I go in one contract right here. I go in the second contract when it breaks the low, and I get out of both of them as it is coming down to this intraday price line. Good exit. Excellent, excellent exit right there. That trade, I end up making 170 total between both of these contracts. So good trade there. Look at what it does. Look at that. That just holds up so much support. Next trade, getting in long, 8.12 or 8.11 in 27 seconds. This one here, it's a nice trade. Made 235 on one contract. But let's look at it. So this comes down. This bases out. Catches support. Catches a bid. A lot of different people say it a lot of different ways. But pushes up. We get 3 green candles. I would have liked to have seen this push up a little higher and then pull back and use this as support. That's what I would have wanted to see. This come up, this pull back, this use this as support, and then we can go. Doesn't do it though, pulls back a little deeper, but I get in as this is breaking the high of that area. Stop is going to be down there. As the candle is 6.75, risking about 120 bucks. Notice we had lost 125 on the previous one, but risking about 120 bucks on that one. And boom, this thing makes the move. That makes the move. In at about, call it 180, out at 190. That's 10 points times $20. It's 200 bucks. We make 205. So nice solid trade right there. Would have liked to have seen that kind of push and keep going, but it curls, pulls back down, then it goes. For me, I don't want to sit through all of this just to get up here to my target. Let me just kind of move my stop up, and I'm going to get out right there. If we come right here, this would have been a good entry. Let's highlight that candle. 6.75, call it 7. So you're risking about 140 bucks right there. Break the high, stop right there. This thing gives you everything you want, and then bam, just a flush out of just ugly. That's that 830 market data, sometimes report, sometimes news. I sit through these candles. So you hear me say I like 730. I like that 730 to 930. I don't want to be in a trade at 8 o'clock. News can come out. I don't want to be in a trade at 8:30. News can come out. But look at after that. It smooths out, and I don't want to be in a trade at 9:30 at market open. I don't want to be sitting through this whipsawness. But that's what we did today, y'all. That is what we did. Nice, solid day. I always say it. If I trade the way that I'm supposed to trade, I personally think that my stats is probably easily 75%. Easily 75. But when we do stupid things like take a trade based on the Kaji line because it switched over to a green line, but nothing else was showing to do that, that's when you see those $125 losses. Kaji line for me is confirmation. It is not the reason to take the trade. That trade that I took and lost $125, I used it as the reason to take the trade. Not good. So we're still working on it. We're still working. But Appreciate y'all checking me out as always. If you hadn't hit that like button, please, please, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please, please, please think about subscribing. To the new people out there that have subscribed, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all are helping me push closer to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at 715 right now. So I appreciate y'all checking me out because y'all really don't have to. And if you're still watching this late in the game, y'all are the real heroes. As always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I know I kind of gave Chris a hard time yesterday based on a comment that he had left, but trust me, I appreciate those comments. They kind of invoke conversation, kind of get other comments started. So don't think that your comments go unnoticed. If you do have questions, I might not be able to answer it, but there's some intelligent people in the comment section. There's some traders that are far better than me in the comment section. So if you got a question, I might not be able to answer it, but guarantee there's somebody else that is there that can. On that note, I'm gonna wrap this one up and we're gonna be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.